Hi, this is Katie with HAPS, Houston Area Parkinson's Society. This is part 2 of my stretch class, kind of stretch and strength class. All right, we stretched out our upper body in part 1 mostly. All right, so we're gonna take it down to our legs a little bit and then coordinate legs and arms and all the whole body. All right, so first what we wanna do with our legs is we wanna stretch them out. So let's take a full body stretch in our chair. All right, so you're gonna take your legs out in front of you. All right, if you don't want to bring them up off the ground, you can keep them on the ground, and then you're gonna reach your arms above you, like you're taking a full body stretch. And then you're just gonna stretch, 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 stretch. Oh, that feels good. All right, and then we're gonna circle our wrists and ankles. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it? I know it does. Okay, and circle them around again. Good. Yes. All right, and then just shake it all out. Beautiful. All right, let's bring our arms down. All right, so up next, we're gonna work a little bit on our legs and then incorporate the whole thing together. All right, so we're gonna first start with what I would call pressing the gas pedal. All right, so you're gonna bring whichever leg you wanna start with, you're gonna bring it up towards your chest. Okay, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's here, maybe you can bring it up a little higher, and you can always clasp your hands underneath your thigh to facilitate that working better. All right, so what it looks like from the side, your knee's gonna come here, and then just think about pressing like when you press on the gas, and then you're straightening that leg. So you're gonna bend and lengthen, bend and lengthen. Good. So you can do it as is, or I know this starts to fatigue our leg, but that's the point. We want to strengthen our legs, especially if we sit a lot. So you can have your hands underneath your thigh to help you move your leg. All right, we got one more. Bend and lengthen. Excellent. All right, now I know that's a lot of work. All right, then you're gonna bring your knee, the same leg up, and then you're either gonna hug it in over a little bit over to the side, or you're gonna circle your leg around in one direction and then the other to open up your hips. Good, and then I'm gonna go in the other direction, because why not? And there we go, excellent. And place that foot down. All right, I'm gonna stay right in this angle and do the other leg. All right, so you're gonna bring your other leg up, and then you're gonna press so your foot is flexed. Remember, you can put your hands underneath your thigh, or it can be down lower, or you can bend your knee a little bit or a lot. So whatever is working for you today. Remember, every time we come and do a class or we do some exercise, sometimes we feel 100% and sometimes we feel 50, but it's always good to try and do something. Because I don't think that, I think whenever you do a little bit, even if it's just a tiny bit, you always feel better. It always makes you feel better to do some kind of stretching or some kind of exercise. And then when you have this video, you can do it. There's no excuses. You can do it at your house. Okay, one more. Press, good. I hope you feel your quads working. I sure do. All right, then we're gonna take that leg, clasp our hands around it, and I'm gonna circle it around in one direction and then the other. Excellent. And other direction. Good. All right. Beautiful. All righty. Next, we're gonna do a little combo with our arms and legs. So this is opposite. So since I'm facing you here, if I say the right or the left, I might confuse you, or I might confuse myself because it's on opposite. So I'm just gonna say opposite. So take it slow at first so you know you're doing the opposite. I know it sounds like, oh, of course, how hard could it be? But everybody messes up, and sometimes it's hard to get it going the correct way. So go slow. All right, so we're gonna reach one arm up. So pick an arm and reach it up. All right, the opposite leg, you're gonna kick it out. And then you're gonna bring it back down. Are we gonna do that 3 more times? Same arm and leg. Kick and reach, back down, kick and reach, back down, and one more time. Kick and reach. Excellent. All right, other side, bring your other arm up and kick your other leg out and back down. Kick and reach, kick and reach, kick and reach, and kick and reach. Excellent. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna alternate sides. So take it slow first. Let's all go really slow so we can make sure we're doing the opposite arm and leg. All right, so let's go. Reach and kick, back down, and then other side. Kick and reach, back down. Kick and reach, kick and reach. Stop where you are. Make sure you got the opposite arm and leg, and back down, and then we're gonna do the other side. Opposite arm and leg, and back down. Now we're gonna go just a little faster. Kick and reach, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more on both sides. Then we're gonna reach both arms and legs up. So reach them up. You can spread your legs a little wider or arms out like you're doing a big cheer. Like go team. Whoever you're rooting for. All right, we got 4 more to do. 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, shake that out a little bit. Awesome. All righty, and bring those arms back down. All right, so up next, we're gonna do a crisscross of our arms, then we're gonna do it of our legs, and then we're do a combo of both. Or if you just wanna do arms or legs, you're welcome to just do that as well. So for our arms, we're gonna reach our arms out in front of us so your arms are nice and long, fingers spread wide. You're gonna take one of your hands and bring it up a little higher. All right, we're gonna crisscross like this, or you can bring it out to the side so you can do small ones. And then when I teach a class in person, sometimes there's a lot of people, so we don't do it out wide because we don't want to hit each other. So you can do it little ones or come out wide a few times if you like. And let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent. All righty, shake out those arms. Beautiful. Now we're going to do that with the legs. So just do what you can. All right, so you can lift your legs up a little or as much as you can. So you're lifting them up. I'm lifting mine a little higher, but if you got to have them close to the ground, and just do the best you can. All right, so it's the same thing. We're going to lift one leg a little bit higher, and then we're just going to cross and cross and cross. You can hold on to the side of your chair for extra support. Try to bring the back against your chair if you can. Just a little bit more. You got it. Just do what you can. If you got to take a break, that's fine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All righty. Shake all that out. As always, if you need to take a break or water, whatever you need to do, please do so. All right, now we're gonna combine the two. So we got the arms and the legs. If that's too much, you can just pick one that you prefer and do the arms or legs again. All right, so if we wanna do both, we are gonna start with our legs, and you're gonna start the crisscross, and then you're gonna bring your arms out and crisscross the arms. Good. All right, keep going, just do what you can. Do what you can. You're stronger than you think you are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All righty, shake it all out. Excellent, good job. All right, got our legs working, arms working. All right, we're gonna move more onto our arms. So we're gonna do some big circles, big swimming arms, I like to call it. So pretend like you just jumped in the ocean or in the lake, and you're just gonna swim a little bit because it's a beautiful day, and up and around. Or maybe you jumped, maybe you're fishing and you gotta take a little break from that. All right, good. Couple more. 3 and 2. Give me 1 more. All right, guess what? Now we gotta do the backstroke. We're going to get a little sunshine on our face. So we're just going to reach those arms up and around and up and around. Excellent. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1 more. Awesome. And then lastly, we're going to jump in. We're going to get back in the canoe or kayak or wherever we're in, and we're going to start paddling. So use your core for this. So pretend like there's seaweed or moss or something in the way. So you got to really use your core when you, it's a lot of work. So really use it as you're twisting and using that paddle or oar to paddle yourself down the river. 3 and 2. All right, let's do 1 more. Good. All right, good job, worked your core. All right, let's do a little more arms. All right, you're gonna sit all the way back in your chair. You're gonna give me goalpost arms. All right, fingers are spread wide. You're gonna take them and cross them here and bring them back to shoulder height. And then you're gonna cross them and bring them back. Excellent. Just cross and back to the original position. And good. And cross and back. 2 more. All right, 1 more. All right, hold it here. We're gonna close, we're gonna open, lower, and lift. All right, we're gonna do that 7 more times. Close, open, lower, lift. Go at your own pace. If you gotta go a little slower, that's fine. Lower, lift. We have 4 more to do. Close, open, lower, lift. Close, open, lower, lift. I lost count. 2 more. Lower, lift. Let's do 1 more. Close, open, lower, lift. All right, bring those arms down and shake it out. All right, let's move on to our legs, or our feet actually. All right, so we're gonna be sitting up a little bit, so make sure your feet are touching the ground. All right, so we're just gonna alternate heel and toe. So we're gonna lift our heels up, and then we're gonna come and lift our toes up. So you're just gonna kind of rock your feet up and down, forward and back, and forward and back. A couple more. 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent. All right, take 1. 1 is pointed and the 1 is toe and 1 is heel. So you're doing the same thing, but we're just alternating the sides. Each side's doing something different. Good. Good. Keep going. And 4 and 3 and 2 and give me 1 more. Excellent. All right, and then last part here, and then we're gonna go ahead and lift our heels up. I want you to press onto your knees and feel for engaging your calves really well. Good. Press down a little bit. All right, then come up and press into your heels and lift your toes up. Good. We're gonna alternate that 3 more times. Okay, back to your heels, lift your toes. Good. 2 more. Lift your heels and lift your toes. All right, last one. Press into your balls of your feet, lift your heels up. And here we go. Lift your toes. Excellent. All right. And then we're going to finish this little second part of the series out by circling our ankles in one direction and then the other. So you can do it in the same or however you want to do it. All right, excellent. And then just kind of shake out your legs a little bit, get some movement in there and stretch it out a little more. All right, great. Thank you so much for joining me for the second part. All right, there'll be third part will be coming up and it'll be standing exercises. All right, see you soon. Thank you.